Every heroic journey has sacrifices. Every person has moments in their life where they have to make tough decisions.
It's intense. It's emotional.
Hard fights and bitter losses and stuff.
Something about making the decisions, right or wrong, good or bad.
So, how do you want to do this? Hey everybody, welcome to another D&D Beyond dev update. I'm Joe Starr. I am the creative content manager here at D&D Beyond. I make the frosting that sells the cakes that D&D Beyond makes. I don't know. I got to think of a better way to describe what I do here. If it's your first time joining us, welcome. What is this show? To answer that, let me back up and explain to you what D&D Beyond is really quick. D&D Beyond is an online digital tool set that makes it easy to jump into playing Dungeons and Dragons. So if you've always wanted to play the game or get into it, and you're always kind of interested, but like a giant stack of books and the idea of like 45 different dice and all that good stuff seems a little overwhelming to you, which it had always been for me personally. So you're not alone. We believe that D&D Beyond makes it really, really easy to jump through all those hoops and just jump into the game, start telling stories with your friends. This show is where we share with you our dev update roadmap. Share with you, all the cool like toys and features and stuff that we've got coming up for the tool set. So again, thank you guys for being here with me. I'm usually joined by my co-pilot Melly, or Melly flies the plane more, and I'm kind of just the co-pilot. Melly's out today. Please send her some good positive vibes on Twitter. We appreciate it, and we appreciate her, and we miss her. Can't wait to have her back. Because in the meantime, you're just stuck with me being all rambly and solo. Got some cool stuff to talk about today, though. We're going to talk about the campaign view on the mobile app. This is something that I know everyone has been asking for ages, and we're not just going to talk about it. We're going to demo it. Grzegorz and Dawid from the mobile app team are going to come on and demo that, as well as inventory containers on the mobile app. So super, super excited about that. And then after they demo, we're going to take some questions from y'all. So get those questions into the mod chat. The mods are in there to explain to you how to do that. Basically, it's pretty easy. Just type question before your question. Gonna ask that those questions stay limited to the mobile app. Those are the guests that we've got today. That's their area of expertise. Those are the questions we're going to be able to answer the best. That being said, let's jump into our roadmap here just a little bit. So, available now, containers and inventory management on your character sheet. So, if you are organizationally minded, like I am, you can set up containers now on your character sheet. So that backpack you've always had finally starts to come in handy, finally starts to matter. That quiver that you've always had, it's no longer an esoteric idea. It's now something you can actually put your arrows in. Your traveler's pack, the chest that you carry, you could even customize item and call them small castle for my extra stuff. So super excited about that. Super, super fun. So containers and inventory management available now on your character sheet. Also available now are October subscriber perks. So when you subscribe to D&D Beyond, excuse me. Actually, let me back up. You can register for free at D&D Beyond. I always like to be new audience friendly on here. Registration's free on D&D Beyond. That gets you access to the basic rules of the game, some basic functions of the toolset. Subscribing gets you a little deeper into the toolset and into the game, and includes things like our monthly subscriber perks. So every month we try to give you our subscribers just as a thank you to you guys, really just some cool gifts and trinkets and really kind of cool digital tchotchkes, some fun ways to customize your character sheet, like backdrops and portrait frames. as well as different kinds of digital dice that you can roll. So, our October subscriber perks, we actually went to you guys and said, what do you want to see for Halloween? And you guys voted on some really, really cool portrait frame designs. So, those are available right now if you subscribe in the month of October. Also, just like so many so many books in the ecosphere right now. It's insane thinking about how many books are available this year and going up on pre-order and just getting announced, and really, like, they're just getting warmed up. There's a lot of cool stuff coming down the pipe, uh, starting with The Wild Beyond the Witchlight, which is on sale now. That is fifth edition's first adventure and like first official foray into the Feywild. It's a beautiful book. Um, with a really cool adventure in it and a lot of really cool lore. There's a little something for everybody. Whether you're just someone who buys the books to look at the pictures, and there's nothing wrong with that because those pictures are pretty dang pretty. Or if you are a huge, just like I want to get into the lore of the Feywild and really kind of get a good understanding of what the Feywild means in fifth edition. Awesome book. Check it out. Pick it up. It's available on the D&D Beyond marketplace right now. Strixhaven: A Curriculum of Chaos is available for pre-order. And as we get closer to that date, we will be dropping pre-order perks for that book as well. Also available for pre-order, just announced this week, Critical Role: Call of the Netherdeep, also available for pre-order. Super stoked about this one. I saw someone on Twitter describe Exandria as this generation's Forgotten Realms, and I think it's a cool comparison. It doesn't, obviously it doesn't replace Forgotten Realms. Sorry, I'm not trying to do like an us versus them kind of situation, but it's a really cool world, and it has introduced so many people to the hobby, to fantasy settings in general. So super stoked to see the first adventure book for Critical Role. I believe it's levels three. It starts you at level 3. I don't know a lot about the plot other than there's a champion of the gods maybe buried somewhere that needs your help, and I think it's about something about Matt's nethers. I'm pretty sure is the plot hook of the book. So sorry, I'm being stupid. Make sure you pre-order it. It's going to be pretty sweet. The cover's pretty awesome. I can't wait to find out more information about it. Also available for pre-order, and I brought this one last because we have pre-order perks to show off to you. Fizban's Treasury of Dragons is available for pre-order right now. I believe next week is the last week that you'll be able to pre-order the book and receive um, pre-order perks. We have some Dragon Egg dice, digital dice that are going to be made available to folks that pre-order the book, as well as some really cool portrait frames. So these are we have the animated versions and some static ones, I think. But yeah, these are just like really cool, just kind of hinting right at some draconic chicanery. So super stoked about these. Again, you'll get those when you pre-order Fizban's Treasury of Dragons on the D&D Beyond marketplace. Next week will be your last week to do so. Then finally, let's get. I cut some things from the slide just for space because there was a lot to talk about today. Coming soon, subscription management improvements. Like I've been saying, not the hottest thing to show off and talk about. It's not like the fanciest new car, but super functional, super helpful. So that'll be coming soon for you guys, as well as character sheet decor management and shared party inventory coming your way as well. Some other things that we'll be adding to the soon roadmap as well. Just waiting for marching orders from the devs on how they want those things discussed and when and all that good stuff. But there's some fun things coming that I think you guys are really going to dig. All that said, though, I have been rambling long enough. I want to bring Grzegorz and David from our mobile app team up to talk about containers on the mobile app as well as the mobile app campaign view. So let's get these very wonderful gentlemen up here with us. Hey, good morning or good afternoon, good evening. You two
Good
are in the
morning and
future.
good afternoon. Hello.
Yeah.
Good evening and good
Hello.
night. Thank you all for
Hello is
being here
the
again.
generic. That's yeah,
Yeah,
that's
hello
fine.
is the generic. Hello from the how is the future right now?
The
The
future is
future is
rainy.
looking
It's
great.
raining.
Um,
Yeah, and it's
In the
raining.
future, it is raining. I'm stoked. I would love it to rain here. So if that is in my future as well, I'm very, very excited. Um, all that said, welcome back to the show. Appreciate having y'all on. Always down to talk about the mobile app a little more, as even me in my first like year as a member of the team have been like using it more and more. I will admit I was a little hesitant at first, just like just my character sheet and my phone, and like that's it. I was a little hesitant. Um, have been using it more and more and more. So I'm going to give the floor to you guys. I know you want to be able to demo containers and that campaign view. So let's. You guys want to start with containers?
Yep, let's
yeah.
do it. So I'm gonna give the demo. Uh, so what you can do right now in the app, you can go to your characters here, and I'm gonna pick this one that I really love playing with. And I can go to my inventory, and when I pick manage inventory, right now there's a small add button next to every item that has, as you can see, an arrow. And when I tap the the button, now I can pick whether I want to put this item into my backpack or to my equipment. And if I pick the backpack, I can see that there's a confirmation, and I can now see in my inventory view that there's a backpack with abacus in it. So this is something that is we know that lots of people love this feature on the web. So in light of us trying to provide you with all the means, so that the only device that you need to play D&D with is your mobile phone. This is something that needed to be updated. But the thing that we are truly, really very excited about is the fact that, well, when I was last, Grzegorz, I can see you want to say something.
Sorry. Yeah, I just quickly wanted to kind of jump in to say that you can also add containers into your inventory. So you can add another backpack or a bag of holding or any kind of container, and you can also move your inventory items between containers. So you can take stuff out of your backpack and kind of place it in your equipment to kind of show that you're wielding it. For example, like I don't know, like a short sword or something, and you can then also put it back into the container. So all the things that we hope will be fun and helpful when playing the game will be available, or is actually available right now in the app. Sorry for jumping in. Just wanted to give that clarity.
That's fine. That's absolutely fine. Thank you for this. But yeah, let me get back to my excitement. So what we are truly
Please
excited
contain
about.
your excitement,
Yep. So the thing that we are truly, really, really excited about is the fact that, well, when I was last time I was here, I I announced that we would give more care to our DMs. And this time we have something that is going to be very sweet, not only for DMs, in fact, but it was kind of developed with them in mind. So what it is that right now you can see that at the bottom there's a new tab here that is called campaigns, where you can see the list of your campaigns. And here, when you pick the campaign, for instance, I'm going to move to my mob team. I can see the game log, and what I know that some of you use the mobile phone as the game log tracker. So unless you lock it, uh, it is not going to automatically go to sleep. So you can put your phone next to you, and it's going to keep showing you the roles that you're going to be making, or your players are going to be making as well. And another thing is
So really
that
kind of
you can
handy is
also
like oh, sorry, David. Just really kind of handy is like a second screen experience almost.
exactly, exactly. So it's something that you can put next to your desktop, for instance, or in front of you, behind your DM screen, and you can just keep monitoring what's happening, what the roles are. And in addition to that, the thing that is really, really awesome, I believe, is that you now can see the list of your characters in this campaign with all the basic and the most important stats. We picked these stats on the basis of the feedback that we received from you via the portal, and you could have picked the items that would appear here, and on the basis of that, we picked these passive senses, of course, armor class, which was an obvious take, hit points, and also the exhaustion level, and there are conditions displayed there as well if applicable. And last but not least, as a DM, you can now also tap one of these characters, and you're going to see the character sheet of this character. So now you can go to the character sheet of your player, and I don't know, verify something, advise them, well, whatever you need to do with the character sheet. This feature of this character preview is right now available only for DMs, because we know that players trust DMs and they let them enter the character sheet. But of course, the stats can be monitored by all players in the campaign, as it is possible, by the way, on the web, with where you can just go to the character sheet of your fellow players and see them there as well. So these are the features. So now, as you can see, if you have, for instance, as a DM, you have an NPC on iOS, what you can do is you can open your character sheet, you can open the campaign view. And as I said, if I put my phone next to me, it's going to stay on this screen. It's not going to automatically go to sleep. I can, of course, lock it, but it's not going to go automatically to sleep, which means that I have this second screen experience, as you said, and I can quickly reference, for instance, the game log or any other features. And one more thing, the stats are going to change in real time. So if someone reduces their hit points or adds them, it's gonna get reflected immediately
Yeah.
on these correct sheet. Mhm.
Yeah. So bad news for Thilgren. Unfortunately, he's received heavy damage. So unfortunately, you'll witness his demise.
Oh
Yes.
no.
So now you can see I've changed the hit points to 0, so now you can see the death saves. And for example, let's say the first death save will be a fail, as you can also see. So we kind of the intention here is that DMs now and anyone interested playing in the campaign will have real-time updates, information about what's happening to the characters, who needs healing, who needs that last potion of healing to bring them up. Now will be much simpler to kind of scan through and find.
That's amazing. And also bleak. I'm so glad that our example was the death of your player character. No, this
Yeah.
is absolutely incredible though. This is so cool.
Yep. So so I think that's it right now with this view. As I said, well, the idea is that, well, now DMs have a true use of the mobile app during the gameplay, not only to see their NPCs, but also
Mhm.
to monitor the stats. Yeah. Thank you
This is awesome.
for letting me do the demo.
Got oh no, absolutely. No, thank y'all for being on. First of all, victory lap. This is so cool. Congratulations on getting this live. This is legitimately just awesome. So congratulations on that. I know that the team has been just working your butts off on getting this stuff across the finish line. So well done. Um, got a couple. We got time for a few questions for you all. Um, and let's see here. I think you can probably guess the first one. Decron82 asks, when will the updates to the mobile app be available for iOS? So I guess, yeah, is everything ready to go for iOS and Android or just iOS?
Both platforms well, the app on both platforms can now be updated. So everything should be available. We released the update our morning, which is about 8-9 hours ago. So, well, I think that, well, the update is there for you, so you can fetch it right away.
Yes, my let's say my suggestion is that if your app hasn't updated automatically, you can go to view it in the App Store, and you should see a button to update manually there.
Perfect. Um, uh, Grizzly has a. I want to make sure that this gets answered. It's a non-app question, but he said if I already pre-ordered Fizban's Treasury of Dragons on the D&D Beyond Marketplace, will I still get the pre-order perks? Yes. I just wanted to make sure y'all knew that. If you already pre-ordered, you're still going to get the pre-order perks. You're just awesome for pre-ordering early, ahead of getting the knowing about the treat. So that's pretty cool. Um, Focusing back on the mobile app, Big Hagrid, um, brother to Small Hagrid, asks, in the mobile app library, is there a way to download all book updates? Or could there be a view to show what needs updates or what's not yet downloaded?
Um, no, you can't download all book updates at once. However, the truth is that right now we are working on rebuilding the mechanism slightly, which is going to make updates way easier. And this is something that we can certainly take into account and we can think about providing this feature. So thank you very much for this feedback, because we are currently exactly working on this. So this is very important feedback. Thank you.
Sweet. And then and again, that's why we appreciate you all tuning in, because we take that feedback really seriously. Um, I tell you that honestly. I watch this team pour over and agonize sometimes over the best way to implement the feedback you guys are giving on Slack. It's wild. Um, I think we got time for one more question. Man of Arrow 78 asks, is a plan in the works to add an encounter tracker into the app? Um, Combat tracker, encounter builder. Any mobile app plans for that?
This is a very interesting question because we know there's a need for that, and we know that
Grzegorz is grinning.
some DMs would certainly use the app in such a way. That's why we are certainly going to be gathering as much feedback as possible about the campaign view. And if, for instance, the next step would be that we would have the combat tracker combined with some kind of the way of building encounters, that's certainly something that we're going to think about delivering. This seems, at the very first glance, the next step. However, there are other things in our pipeline as well. So this is certainly something that we are not going to dismiss, and we realize that there's a need for some users for this feature. Yep.
Awesome. I love it. And let's see here. Do we have just looking to see if we have one more app question for y'all. ATM 1982 asks, will we get a I apologize for I've realized I've asked you guys nothing but what else do we get questions. Sorry about that. Um but will are there plans for a light mode in the app? Right now the app is full under dark mode. If you will we get a are we going to brighten things up at all, or stick with dark mode?
hmm Yeah, we are monitoring the feedback about the entire, let's say, UX and UI of the app in
Mhm.
order to improve the look and feel of all the stuff. And we know that light mode is one of these strong points, also in terms of accessibility. So this is certainly something that we have in our backlog. I can't answer when it's going to be there because there's still a lot of items that are related, for instance, to the character sheet itself, meaning the functionality of the character sheet, well, our
Mhm.
famous extras that are still in the pipeline. So we need to work on this first. However, this is certainly something that we keep monitoring, and this is certainly something that we have in the backlog, and it's just waiting for its time. Um, I'm not sure if it's going to be the light mode itself right away, but certainly there are going to be items that are related to the UI overall in order to improve it.
Right on. Well, hey, we have time for one more. This is for Grzegorz. This is from Captain Swelterton. You've both already answered questions about your favorite dinosaurs, but I want you to take us out on this question. Hey, what's your favorite thing about autumn?
Okay, I can take this one. Um, I like the walks in the park and feeling the leaves crumbling under your soles. I don't know. I find this kind of soothing, and it's a great time when it's still kind of warm and it's sunny. We get this kind of sunny, warm weather sometimes in Poland in the autumn. So on those days when you can see the like the yellow leaves laying around and just walking on them. I don't know. That kind of is a fun,
That was
small
the
thing to experience in your day.
That was the sweetest, most genuine response I think we've ever had on the dev update. And I tell you what, now that the campaign view is out, now that containers are out on the app, uh, you have earned a nice evening of walking through the leaves. David, I've given him permission. He gets to go have himself a walk.
Yes.
He's earned it. Um, thank you both so much for joining us today, demoing this stuff a little bit. It's always really, really appreciated. I know y'all are slammed, so thank you for your time.
Thanks.
Thank you.
See you around.
And thank y'all for joining us, tuning in. We appreciate you so much for being a part of this community, of this family. We wouldn't be able to make this cool stuff without your passion for it. So honestly, appreciate y'all being here, and we will see you next time on the D&D Beyond Dev Update. Hello world, goodbye world. Be nice to each other, be kind, take care. It's weird out there. Take care of each other. Go play some D&D. Bye, guys.
Every heroic journey has sacrifices. Every person has moments in their life where they have to make tough decisions.
It's intense. It's emotional.
Hard fights and bitter losses and stuff.
Something about making the decisions, right or wrong, good or bad.
So, how do you want to do this?
It's D&D!